Hi everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kid. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be doing a colour and chat in Meine Reise der Europa by Rita Berman. If you've been with me for a while, you know I absolutely love this book. It's one of the books I'm working on more definitely in 2022, and I worked in this a lot when I first got it, and it kind of just spurred me on to work in her other books as well, and I just absolutely love her style, and Rita's such a lovely lady as well. So I thought what I would do in this video is do a bit of colouring and chatting about how I first got into her work. There's also something else that will be in the video as well. And yeah, so the page I'm working on is this one. So by the time you see this video, I will have done my completed pages video, so you will have seen this. I may have got further with this page by the time I film my completed pages, but we're only a couple of days away from filming that, so I doubt I'll get much more done. I won't be finishing it or anything. But yeah, I'm just going to work on this. I was working on the flowers, and to be honest, I chat a lot, so that will probably be all I get round to. And yeah, just talk about how I got into colouring Rita Berman's work. So I will just quickly show you the colour combinations in case you're interested. I've had a great response about doing a colour combinations video for like a roundup of the month, like Emma from Emma Colours 2020 does. So this page will be featured in that video in more depth, but I'll just quickly show it here in case you want to take a picture of it. So spans from here and then just on this page as well. So I will be showing the colour combinations that I've written down and kind of explaining what I coloured, how I coloured it. I don't write down everything from every page, so I only write down the things that for me personally I think I will use again and things that I need to remember. So not absolutely everything will be shown in those videos, unfortunately, because I just don't have time to write it all down, and I just, you know, write down the most important things for me. So I hope that's all right. So I'm going to be working on the little flowers, as I said, that are purple. I won't bother zooming in because it's more of just a colour and chat rather than a tutorial, but I do hope that in some way the colour combinations videos can be kind of like a tutorial, or in the sense that you know what colours I'm using in case you're interested in trying to yeah, follow along and colour something like I do. So yeah, I'm just going to colour these. It's quite good actually because it's quite a mindless thing, apart from the fact that I now don't have my fine liner. Oh, there it is. Bear with me. So yeah, Rita Berman's work has definitely been something that's been very prevalent on my channel, and I have been working on her pages for a while anyway. I got her compilation book probably a couple of years ago now and worked in it loads, and since my style had changed, and I'm sure it's the same with other people, I kind of didn't want to work in it even though I'd done so many pages because my style had changed. And that was nothing to do with me not liking her artwork, because I did, but I don't know whether you find it whenever I have a page I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really like how that came out. It's silly, but it then makes me not want to work in it. But I didn't have her seasons books individually. So recently, after getting this book, which Rita so very kindly sent to me, I acquired her other 4 seasons books all individually. And the great thing about that is not only do I have the pages to do again, but I also have the kind of half of each book that are new images to me. And they're amazing. And I'm hoping to get round to one of them each season. I think that would be really fun if I can. But primarily I'm going to be focusing on this book. Because it's very hard to pick, but I'd say this is my favourite of her books, and I just absolutely love it. Some of the pages are very detailed, but I love the amount of things there are on each page. That's what really drew me to it. So I think I first found Rita's books before I got that compilation book. I want to say the first book I got was Die Welten de Lupe Zeelande. And then I got the compilation book after that. And I coloured a lot of images, which I will show you in a bit. And yeah, really, I just coloured in that, experimented quite a bit, just, I guess, trying out different things. And that was when I was kind of at the beginning of my journey of getting more expensive pencils. So most of my work in that book to begin with were budget-friendly pencils like my Faber-Castell Ecos and things like that. I didn't really use Prismacolor in the book. I was going to, and then I didn't. And even though the Black Widows, which I mostly use in here, and Luminance are waxy, I just find for me they work the best, and I have never felt like I need to use Prismacolors in this. That's not to say they don't work, because I'm sure they do, but I just kind of have my firm favourites that I stick with in this book. So all of the colour combinations that I do have and I do show for this will be Black Widows and Luminance, the ones that I have. But don't fear, the wonderful channel, Colourful Country Life, I know that she has a colour chart, like a colour conversion chart for all of her, well, most common sets. So if you don't have these pencils, that would be an excellent place to go to see what would be the most similar colour in a set that you do have. So yeah, that's definitely a solution. But yeah, they're what I really like to use, and I think especially when I was starting out with Rita's work, I loved the way that I didn't have to necessarily make everything realistic. At that time I was also, and I remember because we were in America, I was focusing on the Flower Year, which I've since got a second copy of as well. And I remember taking the compilation book and that book on holiday, and it was really fun having the contrast of trying to colour something realistically and then do something with any colours that I wanted. And I just loved having fun and colouring, you know, whatever colour I wanted in Rita's books. So that's really what I tried to do in here. I use reference photos for some things. Other things I don't really feel like they need a reference. I just make up the colour palette. Like these flowers here, I'm sure there are flowers that look like this somewhere. But I didn't search them up. I just thought, let's just colour them, you know, how I want them to be. I did search up the purple tulips, but that was an exception because I just wanted to make them purple tulips. I had a certain kind of colour in mind. But then these houses, this is in the Belgium section, I did search those up and make them realistic because lots of these pictures are based on places. I did want to try and at least do realism for that, and then other things not so much. So it's a real mix and I'm enjoying it, and I just think her style's absolutely amazing. I did talk a lot about this in the flip through that I did of this book when I got it. So that was, I think it was up in September, beginning of September, late August. And I was just so amazed with the book. I love it. And I had been seeing Rita's progress for such a long time on her Instagram, and I was very, very excited when she announced that she was going to be releasing it. And since then she's also come out with the postcards that accompany the set. So if you're someone that likes to collect everything from an artist, they are great, and they're something different because they're not a book. Or if you're someone that doesn't like working in books because, again, maybe like me, you're worried that if you ruin a page you won't want to colour in it, postcards are a great alternative because you can just, yeah, I guess chuck one if you really don't like how it came out. and you know, you can kind of pull them out and give them to people, which I think is always really nice because it's a bit more difficult to pull your book apart. But they're just lovely, and I did colour one for Rita and sent it to her just to thank her. She really has made 2021, really. It was one of the books that I was just so excited about, and in terms of my colouring journey, it really was a peak, I think, because I just started working in it loads. I say loads, this is my 6th picture, which is quite good for me considering I don't get round to many pages nowadays. So the fact that I have kept coming back to this book obviously says something to me. You know, I really love it, and I loved it from the moment that I flipped through it. So I think when I do colour more than a couple of pages in succession of each other, I think that definitely says something about the fact that I really love it. And I will show you those pictures if you haven't seen them. But if you're new to colouring and you haven't heard of Rita Berman, definitely go and check out her Instagram because it is fantastic. Her colouring is sensational. It is amazing. She uses so many vivid colours and creates such depth in her colouring, and it's amazing. Like, not only is she an artist, but she is also a brilliant colourist. She creates puzzles as well, for any of you interested. And yeah, just blows my mind, really. Her work is amazing. So, oh, I've missed a flower here, I didn't even realise. Yeah, firstly, definitely go and check her out. Also, her books are readily available. You can get them on Book Depository if you're, you know, in more obscure parts of the world. If you are in the UK, the US, any of the major Amazons, you know, they sell them as well. So I think, I'm not entirely sure. I think Book Depository pretty much ship everywhere around the world for free. Don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure, but if you know that you don't have an Amazon you could easily access, then Book Depository is the way to go, I think. And I'm pretty sure her books are sold on other sites like Abe Books. Rita does live in Germany, so her books, like us with Joanna Basford in the UK, her books are available in store. Her books are available in stores in Germany as well, and maybe a few other places, I'm not sure. But it's well worth having a look. But they're lovely as well. They're smaller size than Joanna Basford, Kirby Rozan's books. So we'll just measure this for you. They are roughly 20 by 20 centimetres, I think, which is a brilliant size because you can travel with them really easily. And yeah, they're just lovely to hold, lovely to work on. So with that in mind, I want to get to the kind of surprise bit of this video. I mentioned in my completed pages that you will have seen, or you might have seen, that I'm going to be doing a 5,000 subscriber giveaway at some point over the next month or so. And this is that video. So what I'm going to be doing is sharing with you what the giveaway is, but also from what you've seen in the video, you might know already what one of the things may be. So as I said, I was trying to think with my 5,000 subscriber giveaway, what has been the biggest change in my channel, the biggest factor since hitting 4,000, so the timing, and it pretty much did span from when I got this book to now. So I do just want to say a massive thank you, firstly, for helping me reach this goal. It was something that I never ever thought I would reach. And when I started my channel 3 years ago, it was just a faraway dream, 5,000 subscribers. I just thought, you know, there are so many amazing colorists at that time, and some people had reached that goal, and I thought, oh my gosh, they're amazing. If, you know, I was just so happy to even start a channel and be able to have fun and make videos. But to actually reach this goal has just been so amazing, and it really does mean a lot. So for all of you that have been with me throughout this journey, I really, really appreciate it. So from pretty much, I want to say I did my 4,000 subscriber giveaway in August sometime, or beginning of September, so pretty much when I got my Arteza de Europa. And this book was the biggest factor from then until now. So I thought, what better way to centre my giveaway around Rita Berman's books. So what I will do firstly is show you her books, show you what I've worked in, and then explain what the giveaway is going to be. So this is the first book, obviously, that I'm going to share with you, and my personal favourite, but they are all fantastic. So the pages I've done in here are this one, as you have seen, and then we have this double spread, which was the first one that I did. I have a video tutorial sharing how I did the background, and that was when I first got it. This was the first page that I did. And then we also have this one, my autumnal wreath double spread as well. So these have all been very recent pages. And I'm also walking you through the books just so that you know what's available, especially if you're new to adult colouring. So we then have Die Welt unter der Lupe Zeelande, as I mentioned. This is my newer copy. I've done 3 pages in here. Again, quite good for me considering I got it fairly recently. Got that one, which I did in the summer, and this one, which I did really recently. I'll show you my old copy as well, actually, just in case you are interested in seeing my pictures. A lot of these you'll see are kind of whips. Some of them I completed, but most of them I was just testing stuff out. So as you can see, didn't finish that one. But when I coloured these, I had a lot of fun, and it's always one of those books that will stick with me. And I look back now and think, you know what, when I was at that point in my colouring journey, I was really pleased with how they came out. And I started this one, which was going to be colour along, and that is with Prismacolor, but I don't know, for me they just didn't. I felt I had to burnish them to kind of get the look that I was going for, but that's probably just how I'm colouring. Then we have Die Welt unter der Lupe zu Wasser, and I did do a couple of pages in here. Wasn't thrilled with, just because I did them with gouache, but I wasn't very good at using gouache at this point, so I did a very thick layer. But this one is really cute, and if you love water stuff, this is definitely the book for you. If you love more land stuff, land animals, then Die Welt unter der Lupe would be a great one. But the awesome thing about the Europa book is that it has a mixture of everything. So it's really all-rounded. And I should mention as well, these books, the Die Welt ones, have a French flap opening, which is really cool. I love that feature. And then we come to the 4 Seasons books. So we've got Mein Frühlingsspaziergang. This is the spring one. These are recent acquisitions. As I said, I had the Compilation Book, which I'll share at the end. But these are all of the books separate now. I've had this one for years. I got it at the same time as Die Welt unter der Lupe Zeelande, but I didn't work in it at that time. I'm very glad I didn't, actually, because now I've got it to go with these ones. Then we have Mein Sommerspaziergang, the summer one. So cute. Quite a lot of water images in here as well. Great mixture. Lovely. These are amazing. We've got Mein Herbstspaziergang. This is the autumn one. Really cute images. And you can see the progression in her style as well, which I think is great. This one, with mine, the paper seems slightly thicker, which is interesting. I love that. And then finally we have Mein Winterspaziergang. And this one is just lovely because they aren't all Christmas pictures. They are winter ones as well. I did have some picked out to do either this month or next month. Not sure if I'll get around to them, but I really, really would like to. And then the final book is the compilation book. So this is Mein Spaziergang durch die Jahreszeiten. Done a lot in here. Again, these are going way back now, like 2 years at least. 2.5 years. Some of them a little bit more recent, but for the most part they are from a while ago. Oh, I forgot to mention, this was, where is it? This one was inspired by Steph from Red Tea for Colours. There's quite a few in here, and this is a very big book. So if you have never come across Rita Berman's work or haven't got any of her books yet, this would be a great option because you do get all 4 seasons in one book. And you get loads of pages. So if you're starting out, I would either recommend this one or the Europe book, the most recent one, but they're all fantastic. So they're all the books. I will just grab the postcards for you to share them. So these are a little bit smaller, well, quite a bit smaller actually than the books. They're really cute, and I will share this one. So there are 24 postcards taken from the Europe book. So again, if you've already got the Europe book but would like these as a companion, they're great. And they're just really sweet images, and I'm going to be putting these into a portfolio at some point, definitely. So they're sharing with you the books, and the reason I'm doing that is because what I would love to do for my giveaway is 2 giveaway winners, and each of you will be able to pick a book of your choice from Rita Berman. So as I said, if you've never tried her books before, you've got a lot of options. If you have some of them but would love to acquire another, again, you've seen all the options, and there are many flip throughs on YouTube as well if you'd like to take a more in-depth look at any of the books. So yes, you will be able to pick one of the books of your choice, and also there will be extras. So what I thought was I would include all of my favourite embellishments to use on Rita's pages. So I've got them here and I will share with you. So I have specific things that I use on my pages that I love, really love. The first thing which I cannot live without are Arteza white gel pens. So you will each be getting an Arteza white gel pen. They're fantastic. They're my personal favourites, and they just work so well. And I tend to use white gel pen on pretty much every page I do. Then we have my favourite gold pen. This is the Jelly Roll Metallic Gold Sakura pen, and it's more of a bronzy type colour. It's not yellowy gold. It's just so amazing. Really love it. I can show you an example of it. Might be able to see. Maybe I didn't. Oh, hang on. I used it very slightly just in the middles of those flowers. Did I use it anywhere else? No. Oh, on the lantern as well. It's just lovely. Also have a Jelly Roll Glaze pen. These are superb. They're very unusual. They're basically a glossy accent in a pen. So what you do is you get it started, and then you get a thick layer of this glossy pen, which you then, when it dries, it looks like kind of shiny, and it works great on windows especially. I've used it a lot here. You can see there the gloss just looks great, amongst other things, and I use it on the dots and things just to accent them, and they're really cool, and they're quite They are a well-known pen, but out of Jelly Roll's pens, I think you'd probably have heard of the Stardust, the glitter ones, and the metallics most. They're great. So we'll both be getting one of each of those pens. And finally, the last thing, which is just, you've got to have some glitter. This is my favourite glitter paint. I've mentioned it so much since I first got it. These are Coliro Pearl colours in the colour Stardust. And this is a glitter paint. When you add water to it, you can then apply over things and it will still show the colour underneath. But the fab thing about this, compared to other glitter products that I've tried, is that once it's dry, it doesn't budge. So Wink of Stella are great, and they're so glittery, and I love using them. They tend to transfer over to the next page. If that doesn't bother you, that's absolutely fine. I use them a lot for cards and things now because they still have that lovely glittery effect, but if I don't put a divider, they do transfer. Whereas with this, it still has that same amazing effect, but in a paint. So once it dries, it does, you know, it is contained within itself, which I think is great. I'll show you an example of where I've used it. And it depends, if you use larger areas of the paint and lots of water, you might get a bit of buckling. But if you're careful with the amount of water that you use, it should be absolutely fine. I've used it on the water accents here. You should be able to, it might not show up very well, but it's just so lovely. It's absolutely amazing. You do need a little bit more water for the glitter paints, but they're so great. So they're the accents that you will get. And also I always like to personalise my little packages, so there may be a few stationery items in there as well, and a card from me. So that's explaining what the giveaway is. So in order to enter, and please try and follow all the rules if you can, just so that it's fair to everyone. To enter, you need to be subscribed to my channel and to like this video, and that's the really simple thing out of the way. The reason I did it in this video as well was just so that people who genuinely enjoy watching my channel are the people who enter. Because in the past when I've done them, my videos, obviously they're kind of a clickbait video because I do 4,000 subscriber giveaway, and I can check who is subscribed to my channel and who isn't, and in the past some people have entered, and it just makes my life more simple because actually I'll probably get less people entering this one, which is absolutely fine by me. I just want these prizes to go to people who will genuinely enjoy using them. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So the other thing aside from subscribing and liking this video that you need to do is to fill in the Google form that will be down in the description. So it should be fairly self-explanatory, but I'll just explain each step. So you need to put your YouTube name, so that I obviously know who you are from looking at YouTube, but also what your actual name is if you don't mind, just because some people's YouTube names are different, and therefore if I contact you, I know who you are. And yes, you will need to put your email address on the Google form. The reason for that is it's a lot easier for me to pick the winner and contact you rather than you contacting me after seeing the winner announcement, just because then I have a direct contact for you. I'll also be asking what would be the book that you'd want to win, so that I can get that ordered to me really quickly, so that I can get it sent off to you as quickly as possible. And then yeah, maybe just a fun question like, you know, what's the most interesting thing you like about Rita Berman's artwork? So hopefully that makes sense, and it's a fairly simple entrance to the giveaway. There's no specific age limit because I'm under 18 and it really doesn't matter to me. And I know that there are a couple of people who are younger that watch my channel. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoy entering. If you do have any questions, you can email me, leave a comment down below. As always, it was kind of a mixture of a colouring chat and giveaway announcement, so it wasn't really I didn't get much colouring done, but you will be seeing from me a lot of work done in Rita's books in 2022, and I thought, what a great way to kick off this year by celebrating my 5,000 subscriber giveaway, and also you know, doing it in celebration of Rita Berman's work. So thank you so much all for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you again to Rita, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care everyone, bye.